What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to It's in the Blood, and we are here on Friday night. It is senior night in the University of Purdue to watch our beloved Indiana Hoosiers try to push themselves into that Big Ten title game, not taking this last opponent very lightly, as they are much improved. They play really hard, a good Purdue team. Wanted to be here with anybody that's in the Blood fam that wants to sit back and chill out and watch our Hoosiers try to go into someplace they've never gone before, which would be an undefeated regular season and a berth in the Big Ten championship game next Saturday. The Old Oaken Bucket is the name of this rivalry game, and it is definitely a cool one. And so Indiana and Purdue, there's nothing more than these Boilermakers would like to do than to shut down the Hoosier dreams of a national championship. Second-year coach Curt Cignetti, full of confidence, well prepared this team to make this day. We got about 15 minutes before we hit the break and the start of this game, and I'm going to sit back and hang out with the chat a little bit. Anybody got any comments that they want to bring forward? I do think that sometime today we are going to drop a giveaway. Our FL Thunder Digging with Rob has graciously donated something that we can donate sometime tonight. We'll talk about it a little bit later on. But as we go, this game here has been these two programs have never really climbed to the top of college football. And last year, when Indiana faced Purdue, they dominated the game, 66-0. You know, and Indiana was not supposed to be very good. Curt Cignetti came in and has made a big change. So tonight, I do expect Purdue to play well in this game. I have a feeling that it's going to be competitive. I feel like their heart is going to bring them very close to giving them a chance in this game. I haven't sold it as being over with yet because a lot of people are going to look that far. I think just like the coach, I'm going to look at this game as it is a stepping stone, and you have to go out and perform to win it. What is up, Ringo? What is up, Crafty? Good to see you guys. Thank you very much. Did you enjoy your Thanksgiving? I did and didn't. Got to go and spend some time with my father, which was great. And then come home, I had my other live stream on the other channel, which was good. And then I went and built a big old Christmas tree in the middle of the night last night for my work. So, you know, there was some good and some bad, but the food was great. I obviously eat too much as I keep chunking up a little bit here in the colder weather, but I appreciate that. Thank you for asking. Ringo, how you been, sir? And guys, hang out today because I'm telling you, Mr. Robert has got a donation for us to give away tonight. We are broadcasting on both vertical and horizontal today. So if you prefer to watch it on your phone, the image on the phone is very nice for the vertical. If you hit the subscribe to the channel, you can go back and you can see both streams and see which one looks better for you. Also, one more quick announcement for tomorrow is that I have not decided to start basketball yet for this season for the Hoosiers, but Snowman Multimedia will be doing the Hoosier game tomorrow. I will post his link on the community tab tonight, therefore, to get him ready to rock and roll tomorrow as he's going to do the Indiana and Bethune-Cookman basketball game. December is when we start college basketball around here. And just so you guys know, this college basketball season looks like it's going to be a dandy. I don't think my Hoosiers are that talented to be a dominant basketball team, but the Big Ten is deep. It ought to be interesting. I think they're going to be a good team. I really feel like we're going to make the tournament this year. And then we will be back on football as Alex gets her schedule straightened out, working on a few more regular football games. Yeah, that's a good point, Crafty. I'll pin that really fast. Note that the YouTube chat settings are now default to top chat. which can make some chat comments invisible. Switch to live chat to make all comments visible. I haven't had anybody explain that properly like that before, Crafty, but that is important because if you want to be heard, this is the place to come. I will make time for chatters as long as everything is kosher, and that therefore we can make sure. Please participate in the poll this year or today. Will Indiana win the Big Ten championship? Ohio State and Michigan tomorrow is going to be a dandy. If I get home in time, I might actually put that game on because I've put that game on before in here and had a very violent chat of fans on both sides for this alternative play-by-play. It could be a good one to get on and play. And we will get back to doing some NFL here very soon as the channel's getting ready to pick back up again. So we're really proud of that. But participate in the poll. Do you think that Indiana will get a chance? And right now, let's just assume that Indiana and Ohio State hold serve and play each other next Saturday in the Big Ten championship. Ryan Day is a great coach. That team is uber talented, probably more talented on the roster than what we have. The one question that I have is, are we going to be able to, the redshirt freshman quarterback saying, who's done a remarkable job over there, but can our defensive front line get to that guy? What is up, Alonzo Nugget? Welcome to the chat. Thank you for stopping by today. If you are a sports fan, football, baseball, basketball, smash that subscribe button. Come back over and check out me and my daughter. This is our channel. It is called It's in the Blood. She is a Kansas City Chiefs fan. We do alternative play-by-play, and we're very vocal with our audience. We're here to grow a channel and have a good time. I appreciate you stopping by. The Eagles must have enjoyed their Thanksgiving too. They all played like they were hungover today. Something is deadly wrong in Philadelphia. I can't exactly put my finger on what it is, but there is something that's not quite right there. Saquon Barkley doesn't look like Saquon Barkley. A.J. Brown is upset again. I think Jalen Hurts has done a nice job. There's just a lot of things that just don't seem to be meshing. Can't really say what it is. A lot of people are struggling on their picks and the pick'ems. But yeah, it's kind of a Jekyll and Hyde situation, but the whole NFL's kind of been that way this year. I do have some thoughts on that. Alonzo asks, what are you doing? We're going to do the live play-by-play tonight for the Indiana football team going to Purdue to try to complete an undefeated season and get a berth into the Big Ten championship game. I am Indiana Hoosier, and I support my college football team to the fullest and my basketball team. It's a strange place to be where we're sitting here at November 28th, or I think that's what it is, the 28th, and having a college football team that is still undefeated in Indiana, and the basketball team is still undefeated. Was nice seeing the Chiefs lose. I'm with Alex, though. I really enjoy watching the Chiefs. I think they represent the AFC very well. And I'm not an NFC guy. However, watching Dallas gain some momentum when you know that they're going to do something to blow it later on is kind of funny. Barkley is having Super Bowl hangover, and it's trickling down with the rest of the team. Is it really him? Is it really Saquon? So I can't imagine that you can just deflate the guy. I had to feel like it has to be more to do with the offensive line. It's something to that effect. There's my homie right there. Matt Emily stops in the chat to say and says, let's go Hoosiers. Ready to roll. The Boilers are coming onto the field as we're getting closer to the start time. Definitely fired up for today. One of my good buddies there, Mr. Matt. Good to see you, sir. That Eagles, I can't tell you. And Ringo, just like that. And Houday Nation right here. I'm an avid Bengals fan. the difference in the demeanor with that team with Joe Burrow on the field, it's almost like having another coach there or somebody to right the ship. And watching them stomp a mud hole in Baltimore was fun. I want to go to Buffalo next week and see if we can do that again. Anybody that's just checking into the chat, please be sure to hang out for a little while today. At halftime today of this game, we're going to announce the giveaway that Mr. FL Thunder Digging with Rob has presented with us. So we'll do that at the halftime, talk about it then, give us a little extra something to do. But the NFL is crazy. Right now, I don't even think that Bears team is that good. Detroit's struggling without their coordinators this year. You don't think how much your coaching staff actually means, but when you see a team that has that potent of an offense with the weapons that they got both in the running and passing game, and Jared Goff's arms struggling, they had Jekyll and Hyde of the Green Bay Packers this year. Its inconsistency is all over the NFL, and I really believe it has a lot to do with people's dedication to the game, practice structure, getting hit, want, desire. Everything is just about money, and the guys seem to play as such. Yes, sir. If you want to drop me a text on Facebook, Matt, I will send you mine as well, because way too close not to chat. I'm with you. I don't think it's Saquon. I think it's that offensive line. There you go. We'll talk about that really fast as we're getting closer. Jason Kelce leaves that team. And you're saying, well, he's just a center, and then you've got Lane Johnson at that right tackle that's not had the best season. You've had just a few changes on the offensive line. The cohesiveness is different. It's a different animal. And it changes the dynamic of the whole game. You see what a stellar offensive line does for somebody, because Jared Goff was about ready to be run out of the Rams a few years back, and he gets traded to Detroit, and Detroit invests in their offensive line, and all of a sudden Jared Goff looks like an MVP. And the change of scenery, maybe. Sean McVay is excellent. Took the quarterback Matthew Stafford that they got, won a Super Bowl. Sometimes there's things that you don't see that change the way these games outcome. But no, I don't think Saquon's the problem. Give him to my Bengals. I would take him in a heartbeat. I think Cincinnati is just going to make it interesting enough and end up with about a 16 or a 17 draft pick. Nothing super special, and they're just going to go back into the same room. But I think they can beat Buffalo next week. I really do. Just seeing what I saw, the defense improvement. Got you, Matt. I will check my phone probably after the game. But I'm super excited to be here with you guys today. Everybody, if you would, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Smash the like. And let's get up for our Hoosiers today, because it will be a dandy game. I think Purdue's going to put up a nice fight. Do you guys think that Fernando Mendoza will be the Heisman this year? Do you think that that's in the cards for him as well? What do you think about the possibility of hosting, the probability at this point of hosting a college football playoff game, something that seemed unheard of 2 years ago? And the next question is, do you think how do you think Cignetti's going to do after these James Madison guys that he's had for a few years move on? Is he going to be able to keep it up through the portal and recruiting? So far, it's kind of mixed bag on the recruiting. Some people have changed their commitments. Some people have dropped commitments. New people have come over. It's really tough to say, especially with the turnover. Barry Odom is the first season head coach at Purdue. He's got a 46-42 career record, and he's got these guys playing hard, and we are ready for the kickoff. And here we go. Radicic is getting ready. Or not Radicic. It's the other kicker. Kicks it off. It's going to be fielded at the 5. He's got blockers ahead of him. Gets behind them. Comes up to 25. Breaks through. Gets out to the 27. And there he is met by a wall and goes down. Nice run back for Purdue. Great coverage and tackle for the Hoosiers. Dude, I'm psyched about if that's who it is, Matt, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure that Michigan doesn't beat Ohio State tomorrow. Thoughts in the chat. Put your comments. Do you think Michigan can beat Ohio State in the championship in that game tomorrow to close out the season at Michigan? They've had their number the last 5 years. There's the playback. He's going to check it down to his wide receiver. He makes the catch and gets back to the line of scrimmage, tackled by Aiden Fisher out there, I believe. No gain for Purdue, 2nd down and 10. Ryan Brown is the quarterback. He is a sophomore. He's taken some really nice strides this year. What a great name for a wide receiver. Nitro Tuggle is a sophomore. Like that name. Here we go. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. Ball's at the 27. Brown's in the gun. Back to pass. Looking over the middle. Got time. Rolls out. Here comes pressure. He's going to get out to try to run. Fires it downfield. And it's picked off. Indiana gets the interception. Number 1. I think that's Farrell. Makes the pick on the second pass play of the game. And the crowd in Purdue Stadium is deflated. Quarterback broke out of the pocket, rolled out, had plenty of time to make a good throw. Nobody was in his face. Brown rolls. I see what he sees. He has an opening. He just threw it behind him. And that is an interception. Farrell gets the pick. Hoosiers come onto the floor. Gonna be another blowout. I sure hope so, bro. Absolutely would love to see a blowout here today. Get ready for a Big Ten championship next week. Hoosier fan in the house for sure. There's the snap. Mendoza hands it off. And what coverage by the defense to stop that run at the line of scrimmage. Welcome to the chat check. Thank you for stopping by. If you guys don't mind, please hit that subscribe button. Alternative play-by-play and sports talk at It's in the Blood. Mendoza sets back up in the gun. 2nd down and 10. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Single setback. There he's back to pass. Looking. Blitz is picked up. Gets it out to Surratt. And it is knocked down. Good defensive play by number 0 for Purdue. As he undercut that route, looking for that back shoulder throw that Indiana has gotten very good at. That was the play to Surratt. The DB had eyes on the ball. The ball was thrown a little too far in front of Surratt and almost made a great play. Surratt became the DB on that and knocked it down. 3rd and 10. Purdue's defenses look stout through 2 plays. Back to pass, looking down the field. Mendoza's going to let it go. Tipped up in the air, incomplete. Charlie Becker was the intended receiver. And that is 4th down. Signetti and Mendoza are looking for a flag. Looked awful clean from here. And Indiana will have to punt. That is great defense. These DBs in this game are looking back, watching the quarterback. What is up, Mr. Ed? Thank you for stopping by today. I appreciate that. There's the snap. Punt is away. A 3 and out for Indiana has not happened that often this year. The ball is going to come inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line, and it will be stopped right there. Purdue will start their next drive deep in their own territory. If you are new to the channel, please be sure to smash them buttons for me. Fill in on the poll. See what we got. It's a mixed bag right now. If you guys think that Indiana can win the Big Ten championship, because at the end of the day, it's always toughest to win that first one, to win that first championship. And I think they have won one in the past, but it's been so long. I think it was 1967 maybe. And this is like winning your first. The only thing that hurts, I think, Mendoza is that he ain't used to playing in the cold. Good call. Uh, Fernando Mendoza is a South Florida kid that played at Cal, which is a very temperate climate for the most part. This will be his first, attempts in the cold weather. He is a preparation nerd. He does study and get ready for these games, but how he reacts in the cold is going to play a big part. Dinging my phone. But yeah, I think that is a factor that we haven't, had the chance to address yet. A couple of, cooler weather games, but today will be the first one that I think is in the what's the temperature up there right now, Matt? Probably 28. I would assume that it's probably just below 30, especially since the sun has went down. And that is that'll be something that'll be good to test today. We'll see how, Fernando does under the pressure in the cold. This is a big game. This might be the first game this year that these guys have come out and they might be feeling the pressure. You've got a team like Purdue that has not had a great season. They're playing here on their senior night. They're playing for pride. They're going to give you their best shot. That's how that works. 24. See, that's cold football weather. May take a couple drives to get him going. Supposed to be snowing at the Michigan game tomorrow. Ringo, I would rather see Michigan just dominate that game tomorrow. It would make me happy. I like chaos. I love total chaos. And Michigan, a snowy game up there. I want to see what them Wolverines are made of because they're a tough. I think they've got the pedigree to win that game. Man, if I'm home tomorrow, we'll be on for that. I would love to be able to do that game. Check it out. Here we go. 1st and 10. Ball is at the 4 shotgun. Goes with the handoff. Tries to scoot forward. He's going to be cut off, but nice 5-yard gain there for number 22 for Purdue. And I love it that the back of their jersey says Boilermakers. I was about to call him Boilermaker. Running back number 22 for Purdue with a 5-yard gain. D'Angelo Pons might be an NFL cornerback out there leading that secondary. They have all been really good. Amari Farrell got the interception. Boykin's been great. The secondary's played really well this year. All right, 2nd and 6. He gave him, and there is a caught in the backfield. That is a big stop by Daly. Got in there quickly. 2-yard loss. It's going to bring up 3rd and long, right where Indiana wants them. My game is faster than yours. Man, I'm on the national broadcast on NBC. Are you watching on Peacock? That could be the only thing that that's speeding it up. Wow, I don't know that Oregon's an easier game. Maybe it is. Back to pass, 3rd down and 8. Has time, steps up. He's going to escape. Good movability by Brown. Looks, fires it, and it is caught on the sideline, out of bounds at the 24-yard line. This quarterback for a sophomore is very good at escaping. He keeps his head up, looks down the field, found the open receiver for the 1st down, and Purdue gets the first down of the game. Oh, yeah, you're on Hulu. Got you. Yeah, the delay's probably an extra 15 to 30 seconds. The problem with that play there was the spy for the quarterback was too far into coverage. There is a reverse trick play, and he's cut off early, and that play goes absolutely nowhere. Daly has made another huge play in the backfield. This running game does not have a chance right now. They run a reverse. And Daly holds true to his lane and cuts off that run. Did not let him reverse his field, and that puts him in 2nd and 19. 9-yard loss there. 10:41 to go here in the first quarter. Brown's in the gun, snap back, looking down the field, fires it to the right-hand side, and no flag, throws it behind his receiver. I don't think they were on the same page for communication. Looks like Brown was looking for the back shoulder sideline route, and he was going on down the field. Yeah, I just want to play in the Big Ten championship. Check. I think playing Ohio State, even if it's a loss for Indiana, is gets them better ready for the tournament. 3rd and 19, back to pass. They're going to go with the handoff this time. Not sure why they didn't challenge one down the field there. The throwing game's been much better. You're right. You know what? To be the man, you have to beat the man. And I would like to beat Ryan Day and Ohio State more so than Michigan or Oregon for a second time. Oregon would probably come in here and beat us as a revenge tap. They got more motivation. Punt is very short, bouncing backwards, and that punt will be picked up at the 40. Indiana will be in positive territory to start this drive. 9:50 to go in the first half. I want to see. I want to know how good this team actually is. Going into Penn State, even regardless of the record and then firing their coach, Penn State and Oregon and at Iowa were the 3 games I feared this year. Those were the 3 I thought that if we struggled, it would be those 3 games. Penn State going into Happy Valley in a whiteout, that's got to be top 5, one of the toughest places to play behind Michigan, Ohio State, and maybe Alabama, right? I mean, Alabama, Death Valley, holy crap, those are some places that are hard to win. Yeah, listen, Kurt Signetti, let's talk about him for just a second. Listen, coming over from JMU, and he comes in here with a certain level of just to change the whole mindset of everybody about Indiana football. And he comes in here and he comes off and he owns it as comes in here very cocky, confident, busts it out. And as this team has proven, the cockiness had to kind of go away. He had to set the tone to let these guys believe that they can win at Indiana. And he did a great job last year, and now he's just building upon it. What's your thoughts on our basketball team? Wow, Matt, I'm going to tell you, I'm not sold that we're upper tier Big Ten. Be honest with you. When you look at all the guys that are there and the way that they're playing basketball, you understand that there's going to be some down. You're going to have some games where you don't play well. You're coming in with the style of play that we had at Iowa for several years, right? Where you come in and you shoot the 3. I think Reed Bailey's not big enough to survive the middle of the Big Ten. The kid from the transfer from Florida is going to have to step up inside a little bit. They're going to have to team rebound a little bit more. The glass is where they're struggling. I wish they had one big guy in there. It would be really nice. But they look like a mid-major all-star team. And what I mean by that is they got the best players from several of these conferences. Like Reed Bailey he's good at his game. And we'll further talk about that. The cohesion, how fast they gel together and how deep they can actually go on that bench is going to be important. Josiah Mills kind of looks like he's going to get about 4 to 5 minutes a game. I really like Connerway. I think him and Enright are going to be very difficult at the guard position. Enright's a little small out there, but I really like their tenacity at that play, and I think they're going to dictate a lot. All right, ball is in positive territory. 1st and 10 at the 40. There's a handoff, and there goes Kalon Black up the middle. Easy 5 yards. I think Indiana's going to lean on the run game. Trent Sisley, the only kid that stayed, Santa Claus, Indiana native. I wanted to be a Hoosier. When we get into more about basketball, that's super important to me. But I will talk more about that when we do some Indiana basketball. But guys that want to be Hoosiers, not national recruits. Mendoza back to pass, looking down the field. He's going to fire it back shoulder to Surratt, and this time the DB cannot make a play as Mendoza places the ball a little bit better, and it is a 1st down. Sisley's going to be good. I really feel that. What a nice play by Surratt there. Ball's at the 18. Back to pass. Fires it. Pressure's coming. And that is complete. That is Kalon Black out of the backfield. He runs out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Indiana's first trip to the red zone here. 2nd down and a few at the 11 here. Mendoza took a good shot there as Purdue is not bashful about blitzing. Fernando's in the gun. Purdue's got 6 in the box. They're going to go handoff. There goes Black up the middle. He's going to barrel it down to inside the 2, maybe to the 1. Kalon Black, strong run right through the gut. Mendoza saw 6 in the box, handed it off, and just danced his way. All right, here we go. Chance for our first touchdown. Handoff Black up forward, and he is in for the tutty. Kalon Black scores the first touchdown today for Indiana. 8:03 to go in the first quarter. 6-0 IU. Let's go, Hoosiers. Kalon Black, this running back core. We already have forgotten about BB. And the kid that plays behind Black is really good too. They have got strong running backs. Feed that boy is what he's saying. Let's go. All right. Radicic is set up for the extra point. There is the kick. It is straight and it's pure. And it is 7-0 Indiana. 8:03 to go in the first. Indiana has gotten the lead. Fernando made a couple really nice throws there, coupled with a great mix of running. And Kurt Signetti looks stern on the sideline with his arms crossed, but he's got to be tickled to get that first score in. But Matt, back to what we was talking about. Oh, yes. I think he's been coach of the year in 4 different conferences. Yeah, I mean, he was on Saban's sideline, and that group of coaches that were on that sideline was, he might be the hidden gem that, in that coaching tree. I applaud him as a leader, right? And I can't go back to the former coach because he did the best that he could. Being in a high Division I conference coaching. And at this point, I can't even remember his name. He did have one great season. But, I really like the fact that so far, we haven't seen it yet because he keeps it private, but there's going to be accountability for your personal actions on this team, right? You've got to carry yourself a certain way or you're not playing football. And I'm not sure if that's why people transferred out. I'm not sure. There was a couple that left during the season. But I like a coach that has an expectation for how you handle the public side of gaming. You've got to go out there. You've got to maintain your responsibilities as a student. You got to maintain your responsibilities as a player to your team and be held accountable. We'll go back to Mike Woodson. There was very little accountability for the players. He just kind of buried what they did wrong. and kind of just shrugged it off and went about the business. And let's hope that Darren DeVries, which seems to have a very similar demeanor to Coach Signetti, let's see how he goes with that. A couple really big wins for that basketball team. At the game against Marquette was shocking, to say the least. And then I watched them games against the lesser competition where they seem to go through phases. And I think that's more true of what this team is going to be, hot and cold. But the expectations get that they're going to be good on defense. You were correct. Absolutely. Well, it's nice to meet you, Czech. I appreciate it. It's good to find other fans out there that can hang out and appreciate. Flipping awesome. Well, welcome to the channel, Czech. I appreciate you. I love it. I love people that love this stuff as much as I do. Indiana set to kick off. It's going to boom it straight up the middle of the field. It's going to be fielded at the 2. He's going to run straight up the middle, cut it back to the middle, cuts back to the right. It's got a little bit of a lane. Nice tackle in the open field. Goes down at the 27-yard line, and Purdue will start its third drive here in the first quarter. James Madison is a good school. All right, let's see how this drive starts out for Purdue. Like their unis, by the way. Black on black with the gold lettering. It's pretty slick. 1st and 10, ball's at the 27-yard line. Brown's in the gun, back to pass, looking down the field, goes through his checkdowns, and I think that was dropped by number 2. Yes, it was. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. First, I thought he caught it. Nope, hit the ground. I think the Hoosiers need to put up 50 today. I think they need to put up a 50 spot. Let's go. Wow, I just saw that kid's face. He looked like Jared Goff, their quarterback. Back to pass, looking down the field, fires it over the middle, and it's tipped. What a nice play, and that is D'Angelo Pons. Cuts across there to get a hand on the ball and deflects it, and it goes over top of the receiver. Let's see where he came from. Coverage. Oh, he just read the quarterback. Oh, the throw was behind him. He did get a tip on it, but if that ball would have been on time, that would have been an interception. Like I said earlier this season, a Big Ten championship would mean the world for us Hoosier fans in football. Back to pass. Here comes the blitz. Check down. It goes off the face mask. It's incomplete. Bringing it up 4th down and 10, and Purdue will have to punt. This defense has been relentless. Coming after the quarterback, stopping the run is huge. It's focused in on their linebackers that really set the tone. The D linemen just try to get penetration. The punt goes down. It will be touched down at the 30-yard line, and Indiana will take over their third drive there with a 7-0 lead as we head on. Talking about the Heisman campaigns, let's just go with what's on TV right now. Jeremiah Love, 1,580 scrimmage yards, 20 touchdowns. Julian Salen saying 80% almost completion percentage. And Fernando Mendoza just a little bit higher on everything except for that completion percentage. Ryan Day's done a great job with Julian Salen. He is a stellar quarterback as a redshirt freshman. Hopefully, the youthfulness of him was what we'll be able to get after. Our D-line has been very good at disrupting quarterbacks this season. Just imagine for Penn State, though, if Drew Allar would have stayed healthy. I think I thought he was going to be a I thought he was going to be a big-time quarterback this year. I actually last year I predicted he might be the Heisman this year. Let's see. They're showing Fernando Mendoza's Heisman LinkedIn page. That's hilarious. Haven't had a team since Antoine Randall L. Facts. Play action looking. Mendoza's going to throw it down the sideline to Surratt. Or I'm sorry, that's Omar Cooper Jr. And that was underthrown as Mendoza did not set his feet when he made that throw. He kind of threw it on a hop, and it was underthrown. Cooper could have made the grab, but it would have been a tough sell as he had to slide down to try to get to it. The year with Penix, was it 2020, 2019? Check. I thought was going to be, that was a really good year. I feel bad for that kid. Uber talented, just hurt a lot. Handoff. There goes. That's Roman Hemby with the carry, and he's going to get about 2 yards on first down. I was super excited over these running backs, so I got to say that being able to run the ball in college football is huge. I loved Antoine Randall L., though, by the way. It's going to come up, and it's going to be 3rd down and 8 here after the incompletion and the 2-yard run by Hemby. Mendoza's in the gun, look for pressure. They only rush 3. They're back in pass coverage. Mendoza has time, fires it over the middle, and it's incomplete. Sails over the head of Charlie Becker. 4th down and 8 as Purdue dropped 8 into coverage here. Let's see what was open. The check down is where he should have went. He should have took his check down. Hemby was, and I think it got hit from behind. That's okay. I think he tried to make something a little further down the field. Should have took his check down and let his running back try to make the play. Punt is away. Hits it nice. It's going to be fielded at the 20-yard line. Cuts left. Makes a move to get between 3 guys. Gets it all the way out to the 29. Nice 9-yard return there for Purdue. We have 6:28 to go here in the first quarter. Football night in America brought to you by Walmart on NBC. Yeah, Antoine Randall L. was a very unique talent. The fact that he ended up in Pittsburgh was not my favorite thing, being a Bengals fan, but hey, it is what it is. It's nice to see Hoosiers in the NFL, though, gotta say. For those of you that are collegiate fans, we have a couple of choice hats to give away today. Unfortunately, they're not Indiana hats as far as I'm concerned, but we will be doing a StreamYard giveaway tool sometime between second half. I will get it loaded up, but one of our moderators has donated either a Auburn University hat or a University of Nebraska hat. Both are very nice. I'll show pictures at halftime. And I know these will only mail out to the continental United States, but we will do a giveaway in here for you that have hung out with me today. Was watching Higgles from B Higgles. and you appeared with the silver ring. Hey, awesome. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, sir. I'm everywhere. If I'm not here metal detecting, if I'm not out metal detecting, I'm here with my love of sports or actually playing video games. Currently coaching on the Bears. That's neat. I didn't know that. Mendoza looks a little frustrated with the start of today's game. And Purdue has the ball at the 28-yard line. 6:28 to go. They're going to pitch it out wide. They're going to try to get to the edge. He's got it. Gets outside. 7-yard gain on first down. Very nice job blocking on the edge there to get the running back free. Quick pitch to the left. Purdue has put up a very nice fight thus far. Defensively, done a great job. That's awesome. It's nice to know that, everybody's kind of finding everything. But yeah, that was a good day. There's a handoff. Oh my gosh, it's blown up in the backfield. Kamara with a 5-yard loss there. Looks like it's going to be back to 3rd down and 8. Kamara will be in the NFL next year. Guaranteed. There's at least 5 or 6 guys off this roster that will make NFL rosters, whether they are drafted or not. Kamara is being one of them. That's crazy, man. Love me some B. Higgles. Brian's the man. Play action. Fires it down the field. Got a man. It's open. Did he pull that in? What a grab by number 13 for Purdue into double coverage. Brown laced one in between the defenders there. Great concentration for the receiver. And he just hauled, brung it in. Pons could not get over there. Had a linebacker in coverage. That was Horton Jr. What a nice play. And there's the check down. Oh, he's got a man free. He's at the 30, inside the 25, down out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Purdue is putting the pressure on right now. Let's see how this defense responds. I love Pons. This defense, about 1 or 2 drives a game, really kind of loses or gets lost out there a little bit. They have to reel themselves back in, but let's see if they can suck it up here and keep this to a field goal attempt, which is huge. Yes. Purdue has done a fairly nice job thus far, forced a couple 3 and outs. What I think is real important, JC, is that they're making sure they get to him and laying hits on him to know that to make those throws, he's going to have to either get it out earlier or he's going to get hit. And I think they're trying to mess with his mindset as a quarterback by trying to relentlessly apply pressure and forcing him out. Mendoza wants to throw the ball. I think they need to just kind of settle down and reestablish the run a little bit so that Purdue cannot keep rushing that hard. If they're going to rush 6, then let's run the ball. All right, there's the handoff. Up the middle, he's got a lane, and that's going to get about 6 yards on first down. Maybe that was about 5. We'll call it 2nd and 6. It really surprises me because I can see the stands there. There's some empty seats there, and that really blows me away. Looking forward to the Indiana-Purdue basketball game this year in January. That should be full-blown basketball time for the channel. We'll see how that goes. 2nd down and 4. He did get 6. Brown's in the gun, going to go play action, checks it down, tipped. It goes over the head of his receiver and incomplete, 3rd and 4. Just got his fingers on it. What good hands there, number 21. I think that's more. Looks like a safety, too. Duke football fanatic. What's up, Adam? We're just relishing the moment, 7-0. Little frustration in the first quarter on the road. And there is a first down run for Purdue inside the 15 down to the 14. It'll be first down and 10. A little rough early going, as you would expect on senior night for anybody if they're on their home field. So far, pretty composed. Both teams are playing fairly well. It's good to see you, Adam. All right, 3:10 left to go here in the first quarter. Brown is in the gun in more of an I formation. There's the snap, handoff, and he's going to barrel forward. This time Indiana's ready for it. He will get a gain of about 2. Yeah, I was talking about being in here tomorrow for Michigan, Ohio State, and the last time I had that game, I didn't have enough mods, and it was a pain in the butt. So, thought about it, not sure yet. 2nd down and 8. There's play action, rolls out. Brown's on the roll, looking to throw it, hits his check down. Smart pass, takes what was given, and that'll be out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down and about 2, it looks like. Purdue can get a first down without scoring a touchdown here. I think that's a catch. Doesn't matter now. Oh, I think they're looking at it. I think it's a catch. 3rd and 2. I don't think anybody's challenged it. I can't hear the audio. Can Ohio State just go away? No, they are going to review it. I think what they're reviewing is when did he establish control? See, I think that they're right. I think they're going to give it to him. He never really bobbled the ball, and the second foot went out of bounds, but I think he's got it. I think that's it's a 3rd down and 2 at the 5 is what I would call that. And I'm going to say they're going to give that as a completed catch. Happy Thanksgiving, Steve. That's what I said. I love the blackouts. They upheld the ruling. I didn't see anything to overturn it. Yeah. Listen, if you haven't seen it yet, and I think Adam could speak to it, the ACC, their replay system that they've got for the TV coverage is amazing. The referees talking to the guy in the studio, they decide what's the best angle. Looked really good. That's a rivalry game, Kay. Honestly, I feel like that game. I think Georgia Tech's taking strides in the ACC. I think they're played tough. There we go. There is the handoff, and that's going to be blown up. He is not going to get anything on 3rd and 2. Maybe loses a yard. Purdue's got a decision here on 4th down. Did they take points or do they try to go for it here? I know that they really want to put together a touchdown, but this coach has decided to kick. Okay, that's not what I'm getting about. We all feel like referees suck everywhere. But the system and the fact that they're showing it how they're making the decisions on television is pretty awesome. Kick is up and it is good. Purdue gets on the board with 46 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. It is 7-3. Texas A&M and Texas, big game today. Alabama's game is huge today. Yeah, I don't like officials, period. So in case you weren't here earlier, our good friend over at Snowman Multimedia is going to pick up the Hoosiers tomorrow. As I'm still in football mode, basketball for me is starting in December. Probably the Louisville or the Kentucky game, or maybe one of the first two Big Ten games is where I will come back to for IU basketball. And we're working on a situation where we get Alex back in here. So that's really rolling up too. Your gut feeling is that it was going to be 32-3. I knew that Purdue would be tough early because they play hard. This team has not won a lot, but man, they sure put out a lot of effort. Here we go. Kickoff is on the way. Probably Brady back. That goes out of bounds. Good job by Brady to let that ball go. And that's going to take that ball out, I think, to the 35 for College. $32 is a weird score, though. Can I hope and pray that Ohio State loses badly? I think they're going to lose. Kalon Black gets a 5-yard run on first down. I got a feeling, but both Michigan and Ohio State have young quarterbacks, and that really worries me. Not today, not tomorrow, for that national championship hope. I'd like to see the Big Ten get 4 out of 12, though. I really would. I think they'll get it going here. Ball's at the 39-yard line. Mendoza's in the gun. There's a snap back to pass. Looking down the field. Has time. Lets it go deep. Oh, God. Last second. Omar Cooper knocks it away with 3 seconds to go here in the first quarter. That was almost picked off. Let's see what he was looking at here and where the decision came from. Cooper was cutting across. Bad. These guys are jumping the routes. So these DBs have made a choice to jump the routes. And I don't think they've quite figured out how to get him going through it yet. That ball was a little bit behind or it would have been picked off. Just saying. There you go. There is the flick pass for a first down. Good job. Gets it to Cooper. That will be the end of the first quarter. Mendoza gets a quick shovel pass type to Cooper to get the first down, and Indiana moves the chains. Yeah, so this defense is playing very aggressively. So what Indiana is going to need to do is they're going to stop this middle of the field stuff right now and either take shots down the field or use the check down until they honest that defense up. But in the middle of the field, they are playing like they're jumping routes. they're banking on their D lineman getting to Mendoza and forcing him into a decision. Okay, I disagree. I don't think that that's too low. I I haven't seen enough to prove that that's where they belong yet. I feel like they are a mid-major all-star team, is what I feel like. And even though the win against Kansas State was really good, defense showed up. They were at home. The game against Marquette was really good. They hit their three balls. Everything was going down. I feel like they've got some growth yet to come. But there's some players on that team that I'm really falling in love with. I love Connerway. I think he is very Mateen Cleaves-esque. Very big-bodied guard. I think he's going to do a job, and I love Enright. Enright is gutty, gritty, and doesn't take bad shots. I like those guys a little bit. And then of course Tucker DeVries is what he is. I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried about the big kid when we get into Big Ten play. And I'm a little bit worried. I think that I just don't quite. I'm not quite sold that they're going to be that competitive on the road. Love Khalil Ware. I always liked him. I liked the fact that he was very businesslike at Indiana. What I like about Khalil Ware is the exact same thing that I hate about Malik Renew. Renew is doing very well at the University of Miami right now. I think he's averaging over 20 a game. But Ware was never the guy that whined and pouted. He was always the guy that was very businesslike. A great job by Woodson to get that guy. I'm worried, but back to Indiana. I'm very worried about the interior toughness. I don't think Tucker is going to be able to play with the big dogs down there. The transfer from Florida, I think, is going to end up with a more prominent role as they go forward. But I think they're going to struggle against the bigs, and I think they're going to struggle, in some of those situations. But from what I've seen so far, they're learning to play together, and they're going to be able to shoot their way back into games if they work hard at it, especially with good point guard play. So I think they're going to be good. I'm not sold that they're a top 5 Big Ten team yet. They're somewhere in that 6 to 10 range, and I'm very critical too, and you know that. I'm not giving them any extra credit until they earn it. Love my Hoosiers though, bro. Love them. It's been fun to watch so far. Yeah. I can't lie to you that I love Matt Painter. There is the handoff. He's going to barrel forward, and he is going to get 5 yards on first down or first down there. The closest thing that we may ever see to Bob Knight, it might be Matt Painter, as far as coaching style and how he goes about it. Painter reminds me of Knight. I love it, but I hate Purdue. There's the handoff. Hemby's going to barrel forward. He's going to get another 3 or 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. I love that Matt Painter recognizes the players that he wants. I love that he knows how to recruit the players that he wants. And I love what he's getting out of his teams. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 1. Ball's at the 45, maybe 4 down territory. There's the handoff. He's going to bust through, almost breaks it down at the 38-yard line. He was 1 step from being gone right there. Miss Georgian, much love to you, my dear. Roman with Ringo. Nice run by Hemby there. Doing a really nice job. 5 for 17 so far today. It is 1st and 10. Ball is at the 39. And there's some kind of offensive penalty there. Maybe 12 men on the field. I'm hoping. Nope. False start. Oh, it was on the center. The center moved. I feel like Indiana feels a little pressure today. 1st and 15. Going to go back. There's the handoff. Breaks it to the outside. Hemby's got the edge. He is going to run for a 1st down. Gets 15 yards on that carry. Exactly. Roman Hemby. Great acceleration and speed off the handoff. Gets himself to the edge. One cut. Boom. Once again, a shoestring tackle from another, from that being from 15 yards all the way out to being a 30-yarder. What a great job so far. Back to pass, looking down the field. Mendoza scrambles, looks, fires, hits his check down, goes out of bounds at the 23-yard line. It'll be 2nd down. If you're new to the chat today, or if you're hanging out in the vertical or the horizontal, please smash that subscribe button. Join the conversation. Get in here with us here at It's in the Blood today. Become part of the Blood fam. Appreciate you. 2nd 5. Hand off to Black. Black's going to the left edge. He's got a 1st down inside the 15. Oh, he's tripped up. Falls down at about the 12. Slides to the 10. And he almost broke it for a tutty. We're ready to go in for a touchdown here. Let's go. Good blocking. Had blockers out in front. Just barely got caught. Kalon Black. And he's beating the ground. He know he was that close. 1st and 10. Ball is at the 12-yard line. Indiana can get a 1st down without scoring. There is the snap. Mendoza's in the gun. Handoff. Cut back inside down to the 7. Black gets about 5 yards. Almost. Have not seen Noah Kowski get a ball today. The stellar tight end from IU. Hey, look, we got the bots back. All right, bot. 2 posts, not 5. Second down and 5. Mendoza goes. He's going to continue to run it. Mendoza keeps it, gets the edge, and he's going to walk it in for a touchdown. Fernando Mendoza gets the score, keeps it himself, hits the left-hand edge. Indiana, 7-yard rushing touchdown, increases its lead to 13-7. Goes in the RPO here. Noah Kowski goes in motion ahead of the play, gets a big block that frees up Mendoza, who takes it in on the edge by himself. Also, Elijah Surratt had a big block there. Noah Kowski. These guys are doing it all for their quarterback. Tell him, Adam, you should know the rules. Shane does not care about you being here as a bot. Just post properly. 1 per minute. I will live with 1 per minute. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go 14-3 as we get a little closer. If you guys did not know, or I have not mentioned it yet, we do have a donation for a giveaway tonight in here. Yes, we have a giveaway. One of take your pick between two college hats, brand new, tags still on them. One, University of Auburn. Two, University of Nebraska, I believe. I think so. If these are brand new hats donated by FL Thunder Digging with Rob. Also, all mail out is continental United States. Anybody outside the United States, we'll chip in and get a gift card for. But winner will get a chance to pick a hat. We'll start the getting ready for the giveaway right here at the end of the second quarter. And at the end of halftime today, we will roll it off. Still got to be present to win. And hit Rob up with a nice email with your address, and he will send it out promptly. Have a few cents laying around the house in case the postage isn't good enough. Just kidding, Rob. They do it. I know, man. Listen, the bots are here to make Adam mad. Adam prides himself on being a very, very good moderator, and the bots just challenge him. Gotta love it, dude. You know, with the YouTube TV agreement for college, you know, I'm surprised. It used to be without that, when they didn't have that agreement, these streams did really well for college sports. Now that there's people that are broadcasting the full game hijacked, it's a little tougher, but it's sure nice to be in here calling a football game today. Yeah, we did. We had a bot do it correctly. 14-3, Indiana's got the lead. Purdue has not lost their momentum on the sidelines. They are still involved and in this game. Here comes the kickoff from Indiana. Purdue will get a chance to cut back into this lead with 10:29 to go. Kick is up and it is away. Short kick fielded at the 11. Cuts back towards the middle of the field. Cuts back to the right. Dodges one guy. Makes a and one guy miss. Goes down at the 27. I'm telling you, we're going to keep talking to these bots until they understand the rules, and then they're going to be our friends. But on a bright note, Indiana's got a double-digit lead, two-score lead with 10:24 left to go here in the second quarter. Brown is in the gun. Been really crazy watching him play today. He escapes, throws it, completion. This young quarterback has got potential. First down, I think. Number 24 on the check down. I want to talk a little bit about the quarterback, Brown. He's very aware of his pocket. He's very good when he scrambles. And I like that he keeps his head up and doesn't put it down and just run. He's looking around trying to make a play, and he's made a lot of really good decisions thus far. Oh, Ohio State and Michigan's at noon. Ugh. There it is. Handoff. Breaks to the outside. Gets a couple of yards, and he'll be tackled there by D'Angelo Pons. I don't know. That game's at noon. I might be playing video games tomorrow. All right, second down and 8 here. Ball is at the 39-yard line. Brown is in the gun. Back to pass, looking, hits his check down, and it's blown up behind the line of scrimmage. those short plays Indiana's very focused on. Where they've gotten them is when the quarterback scrambles down the field. Great pursuit by Farrell there. He's the one with the interception earlier. He read the quarterback the whole time. Focusing in on the quarterback's eyes. Telegraphed where he was going to throw that ball. Farrell knew right off the get-go. If he could have looked off that guy and just looked down the field, he had another guy open. All right, 3rd and 12, 4 on the play clock. Here comes the rush, trying to get after him. They got a hold of him. He scrambles, gets away, rolls away, gets away again. Oh, my gosh, the athleticism of Brown throws it downfield and incomplete. Not the fact that that ball was incomplete, but the escapability of this quarterback while keeping his head up, feeling the pressure, knowing when to roll and scramble and looking down the field, did a super job there. Almost made a highlight reel play out of that. Forces Purdue into the punt. Punt is away cleanly. Hits a nice one, and it is fair caught at the 20-yard line, maybe the 19. This quarterback from Purdue's played very well thus far, even though they are losing. Just for the record, Texas A&M down 3-0 with 6:55 to go here in the second quarter, which would be huge as far as the college football playoff goes, as they are one of 3 undefeated teams left. The way I got my stream set up today, I don't know how this is going to look. But we are going to start collecting entries. If you are interested in winning something today while on the channel, please type Hoosiers into the chat. There it is right there. If you are interested in winning a hat today from FL Thunder Digging with Rob, may not be your favorite college, but a great gesture nonetheless. You would have your choice between Auburn or Nebraska. So anybody that wants to be entered, please feel free to smack that, type Hoosiers into the chat. We will give it away right before the start of the third quarter. I'm looking at the old press releases for the old football games. Really cool. World's largest rum. There is a lot of red in them stands today. It's what I like to see. On the road, my guys are getting out there supporting their team. First down and 10. Ball is at the 19. Indiana leads 14-3. There is the handoff. There goes him. He breaks it through. He's at the 30. Oh, he gets tripped up and stumbles down at the 38-yard line. This running is one step away from breaking another one. Great cutback. Just a very nice open field shoestring tackle by number 21. Just gets enough of that ankle. 7:24 left to go here in the first half. It is 1st and 10, ball at the 37. There is the handoff. And what a play by Purdue. Purdue takes a page out of the Indiana defensive playbook and gets in behind the line of scrimmage and makes a big hit on the running game. Number 16 for Purdue comes through on the blitz and nails it from the linebacker position. Dodges the blocker and gets into that backfield. Blasts Hemby. Update, Texas A&M is struggling against Texas. Looks like it's a tie ball game now, though, at 3-3. Our score here, 14-3. Ball is at the 37. There's a snap. Back to pass. Looking down the field. Mendoza lets it go deep. There is nobody there. Not on the same page again. Let's see what happened here. Oh, Becker fell down. Charlie Becker lost his footing. Brings up 3rd and 14. Third and 14. Back to pass, looking. Has time. Mendoza checks it down. Kalon Black will get about 7 of that back. It'll bring up 4th down. And I'm sure Indiana is going to rely on their defense here and punt it, as there's no reason to take unnecessary risks right now. I think Mendoza is being a little too cautious today. Kick is away. Low line drive. It's going to be fair caught at the 16-yard line. That was a really tough one to catch. Yeah, I think it's a weak quarterback class, though, okay? I think he's done a good job this year. And he might be a top 10 pick. He does have the size and the athleticism. Blown up in the backfield. 3-yard loss on the running play there, as Indiana is not giving up anything to the running backs. Have you seen anybody at quarterback that you like better, Kay? Oh, man. I won't be surprised if he doesn't come out of the draft. I would be surprised if he doesn't stay a senior year, but that's another story. Brown checks it out to the wideout. Oh, it's tipped up. Pons is out there hand fighting with the wide receiver. Did a really nice job there. They both did a really good job of not letting either one of them catch that ball. And this game is crap. It's Arch doesn't look ready. I feel like this is going to be a poor quarterback draft. Screenplay blown up at the 10. They just keep going backwards. Sharp with the stop there. And I think Purdue will have to punt. I'm not saying there's not talent at quarterback this year. I'm just saying that it doesn't seem like it's an uber talented class. Well, I don't know who I like. All the younger guys that you know, I kind of like the Flavia kid. I think he's competitive, but I don't think he's a first round pick. Diego Pavia, Flavia. Sunday night football this week. I don't know. I should be home. It might not be a week. I don't I think she's working Sunday night, but it might be a me thing. I know one thing I've decided is that I'm not doing crap games. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to she's Alex's schedule has been cemented, so it's just getting us back in the rhythm of doing something. And even if we're not doing games, doing just pick'ems or just evaluations of the week, highlighting it, having a live stream. I want to make sure we start doing something. She's got some priorities to get caught up first, but we've been taking steps to getting her to where she can. So it's been a little bit better. So I expect something's coming. If not, it'll go back to being I'll be in here as much as I can humanly possible be. Also, if you're interested in a college hat with the tag still on it, type in Hoosiers in the chat. Rob will mail out everywhere in the continental United States. This giveaway has been brought to you by FL Thunder Digging with Rob, the only channel that I've been banned on, basically. I've been blocked on his channel. He can't see my chat. Okay, is it that I don't see everything I need to see out of him for being an NFL quarterback? Although his stats are really good, I don't know. I think he might be the best out there right now. I haven't seen anybody outplay him yet, but I sure don't really like a lot of the quarterbacks this year. Period. Signetti looks a little frustrated today. I know Matt's term was stoic earlier. I think he's a little frustrated that they haven't expanded this lead just yet. He wants to get it to 3 scores. Back to pass, looking down the field. Mendoza has time, steps up, and he's going to take off and run with it as there's nobody in the middle of the field. He's going to get it down inside I believe he made it to the 20 there. And that's been the kicker. They've been sending the rush. They're not spying him, and they're covering hard deep. Like I said, very aggressive. Charlie Becker runs into the linebacker, which freed up the middle of the field for Mendoza. All the way down to the 16. Play a handoff. There goes Kalon Black. He breaks the tackle and walks into the end zone. I knew he was going to break one sooner or later. Kalon Black goes in for the score. It is now 22-3. And we will see the extra point attempt coming up here soon. Radicic is up to kick. Kick is up, and it is good. And I love it that Radicic wears the same number as Mendoza. For a second there, I thought Mendoza was getting ready to kick the extra point, thinking, what can't this guy do? Kalon Black with that incredible spin move broke that safety's ankles there, basically. Whoop! Fernando, that kid is always smiling, but he's got a little coy grin on his face right there. Indiana set to kick off. Kick is away. Solid up the middle. It's going to be fielded at the 3. Gets a good start at it. Out to the 10, 15, 20, 25, and down at the 27-yard line. And Purdue will have another opportunity here. If you're right, if Texas beats A&M tonight, Arch's stock will go back up. But do you see any situation right now, Kay, where Arch Manning will come out of college to go to the NFL? I feel like he's got more money to be made with an NIL deal than playing in the pros as a rookie. Anybody got thoughts? If so, put them in the chat. Give me something else to talk about. Purdue uses a timeout here. I'm very surprised at how I see stands that are empty there. Okay, just curious. Tell me what you think about this analogy. Elijah Surratt reminds me of Keenan Allen. Handoff. Cuts back. Nowhere to go on 1st and 10. Might lose a yard. It's going to be 2nd down 10. 3 minutes to go here in the half. Back to pass, looking down the field. Brown fires it over the middle, and that is it skips off the ground. Let's see. I think it hit the ground. It looks like the way that it moved. Yeah, I thought more of a. Yeah, that's on the ground. I thought a lot of Keenan Allen just because the way he runs those out routes and how he is so strong with the ball. Hines Ward is not a bad example. But I'd really appreciate it if we didn't pick Pittsburgh Steelers. Back to pass. There goes Brown looking down the field. Pressure. He avoids it. Steps up in the pocket. He hits his guy out by midfield. I'm impressed with this quarterback from Purdue. His pocket awareness is amazing. I got to get my digs. Throws it deep down the sideline. It's incomplete. Wow, the blitz was coming. Brown got away with it by getting it out really quick. Just overthrew his guy on the right side. Here was the pressure coming from Kamara off the right edge. He just blows around the tackle. They say that they're going to invest quite a bit of money. Back to throw. Fires it. Has got a guy tipped up. Incomplete. Georgianne, I think when Pittsburgh, when they solve their quarterback dilemma, when they actually solve it, which it might be the Howard kid, I don't know. When they get it solved, I don't think they will have very many problems. They'll be back to being a good team all the time. 3rd and 10, just a few yards on the play there, and that will take us down to the 2-minute warning as we're approaching halftime. I'm in for it. Give me them topics today. Is Pittsburgh going to win tomorrow? That's the question. And honestly, I feel like both Pittsburgh and the Buffalo Bills are kind of in the same spot right now, just not living up to expectations. Texas A&M is goal to go, 8 yards out right now. Let's see if they can put up a score as they're closing in on halftime there. It's bad in my house. Husband is a Bills fan. There is something wrong with quarterback play this year in the NFL. I don't think, and I don't think these quarterbacks have what it takes anymore. Yeah, I think that's the big need for Pittsburgh. Look, they took Aaron Rodgers because there just wasn't anything left out there for him right now. They didn't want to go after Darnold, which might have been a good move for Pittsburgh because I still think he's going to falter. I thought Kirk Cousins might end up there. Well, okay, I don't really feel like that Bears team is that good either. Honestly, uh, I, it's really strange right now. The team I have the most faith in the NFL is probably the Rams. I think all the young quarterbacks that are doing well right now, I think there's a little bit more room, that there's some slip there. I think the Rams are the one team right now that looks like they have all 3 phases pretty much put together. The Bears are starting to rack up some impressive wins though. I will give it that. And I'm not sold on Jordan Love. Some days he looks great, some days he makes me wonder. All right, Purdue punts it away. We're going to get to see the 2-minute drill, and the ball takes a nasty bounce. It'll be touchdown at the 17-yard line, and Indiana will have 1:50 to go to try to put some more points on the board. Man, I would start with a play action pass or a bootleg. Kalon Black's having a day, though. 2 tutties today for the Hoosiers running back. Let's see what they can do on offense here. Roman Hemby comes out to start this drive in the backfield. These running backs have done very well. One's got 52, one's got 47, so they're over 100 yards here in the first half. 1st and 10, ball is at the 18. Mendoza rolls out looking down the field, and he fires it, and it's a little behind Charlie Becker. He should hit his check down. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. I like Drake May. Drake May in his draft was my favorite quarterback, and I think he's got the right pairing. Like I said, it just seems like these guys are doing really well. They're just a little bit of time away from being that guy. But Drake May's had a great year. 2nd and 10. There's the handoff. Hemby busts it for a 3. He's at the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He's going down the sideline. 40, 30, 25, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown! Roman Hemby takes it to the house for Indiana. Big time run. I've been waiting for one to get broken, but the defense is starting to get tired for Purdue, and nobody got in front of him and got hands on him, and he turns a track meet into an ass whipping. Runs right by him. Purdue fans are just quiet, and I like it. Mendoza not padding the stats today, but he doesn't have to. Today, he's just got to manage a game. Roman Hemby just busts one off. Big time touchdown there. Big first half. 82-yard score for Roman Hemby. And there was nobody that really made. Let's see if we was blocking. Nowakowski and Charlie Becker's on that side. Hole is there. Becker's block didn't really free him. The safety came over and just didn't. He tried to tackle him on his shoulders, and you can't tackle a running back up high. Jake, do you believe it? IU is undefeated. Armageddon must be upon us. That's what I've been talking about today, Jake. Today, we are enjoying these Indiana Hoosiers football progress as an undefeated season is close to in their grasp as they are now up 28-3. We'll be going into a Big Ten championship game next week, which for me is the Super Bowl. If they can win the Big Ten championship, after that, anything else is gravy. We will have a home field game in the playoff. 2-year turnaround. All right, there's 1:33 to go. Here comes Purdue. Brings it out. He gets to the 25, and he will be tackled there with 1:27 to go. And do not be surprised if Indiana does not try to get a stop and get the ball back. Texas A&M takes one in, and they lead 10-3 at Texas. I don't think Arch Manning is the man yet. What? That's what you're supposed to hear me, Adam. You're supposed to hear me from the other side of the house. Love the coach for the Lions. Dan Campbell has a certain presence about him that if you don't do what he says, he might whip your ass on the practice field himself. If Ohio State wins tomorrow, it will. Look at that. Four guys with double digits tackles for loss this year. This defensive front has been amazing. Such a good job with that front four. Second down and 11. Ball is at the 24-yard line. Here comes Indiana. Pressures upon it. Check down. Gets it to the running back. He gets to the 25. He breaks a tackle and out to the 30. It'll be third down and a few, and I think Indiana's going to burn a timeout here. Yes, they will. Arch picked by Miami. It could happen. Do I think the OC Morton will be back next year? Is that the one for Detroit? I don't. Right now, if Dan Campbell's calling offensive plays, there must be some disconnect with the offense and how they're translating it to the team up there. I think Dan Campbell will go out and seek some new blood. All right, big play here. Indiana wants to get the ball back. 1 minute, 8 seconds to go. Third down. Brown's in the gun. Hands it off. And that is a first down run. And that will get us under a minute here. Let's see what Purdue, if they decide to go hurry up as they move the chains, 102 to go. 35 on the play clock. They are going to go hurry up. They do have 2 timeouts left. Back in the gun. Brown's getting ready to pass. Looking. Fires it over the middle. Caught. And that is close to another first down. 50 seconds to go. Aiden Fisher in on the tackle. And Purdue's going to burn a timeout here. 47 ticks on the clock. Yeah, I mean, Kay, what's going to happen in Miami? There's just too much of a disconnect down there with them guys and that coach. I got to feel like they're going to replace Mike McDaniel, but I mean, they've invested money in Tua. They're going to try to trade him in the offseason. Could Tua be the next Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback? Oh, God, I hope so. Trade him to Pittsburgh. Here's a better question. Do you guys think that Shedeur Sanders is going to maintain the starting job for the rest of the year in Cleveland? Enter it in the comments. Brown's back to pass, looking down the field. Goes back the other way. Oh, it's dropped. It makes it over the defender's head that cuts the route off, and it sails just a little far. 3rd and 2, 41 seconds to go. Man, Brown put it in the right spot. He floated it out there and just – did he tip it? What a play by number 21. I think that's Hardy. He got his fingers on that ball, prevented it. Can Dan Campbell sell soup? Sure. Running play. It's going to be hit. He's really close to a first down. They've got him down short. I don't know about that. It's going to be 4th down. If I was Purdue here, I would not snap the ball. I would not snap it if I was Purdue on 4th down. If you got the first down, maybe, but nope. Honestly, I thought he got the first down. Why did they call a timeout with 2 seconds left? Clinching scenarios. Win at Purdue or Ohio State win, Indiana gets in. Ohio State gets in with a win against Michigan, or IU and Oregon loss. Michigan gets in with a win. And so Oregon, if they win at Washington and Ohio State loses, wow. Yes, Browns need to keep it. New quarterback's growth is a terrible thing to waste. I didn't disagree. I thought Shedeur not playing was a product of lack of professionalism and attitude. I thought that was some of the stuff that was kind of holding him back, while Dylan Gabriel was exemplary as far as handling those situations. They did not think Shedeur was. I don't think the knee was down. I think he got the first down. Oh, it did hit. Let's see where this is at. Maybe it did not hit the ground. That should be a first down. I was just thinking, though, Kay, what are they going to do if Deshaun Watson comes back? Are they going to let him play? Myles Garrett's having an all-world type of season. And, and let's be honest, after the Bengals beat the Ravens last night and got to 4-8, the Browns are still in the divisional chase right now, to be honest, because it's, nobody's excelling in the division. I think this is a stupid point to sit here and go over this. Anybody interested in a Auburn or a Nebraska hat? Type in Hoosiers in the chat. We will give that away here at halftime. Continental U.S. mailing only. Compliments of FL Thunder Digging with Rob. Texas A&M does. Oh, so they did overturn it. They gave him a first down. Where are they going to reset the clock to? Oh, so they reset the clock to 38 seconds. That was the big play there. Good job to challenge that call. Signetti doesn't look happy, but now they just got to play defense for another. Poor people food. Had a story about that. All right, it's 1st and 10. Ball is near midfield. Brown's back pass, looking, checks down, got his guy right there at the 45, down to the 41-yard line, just short of the first down. 23 seconds left to go in the half. Purdue hurries back up to the line. Back to pass, looking, no pressure yet. Fires it, and it's caught. Steps out of bounds at the 36. after the first down. Purdue's got 10 seconds to go. Do you know, 1st and 10, back to pass looking, no pressure coming. Brown fires it out of bounds. I will leave it at this. Campbell Soup is the executive is for caught on a recording by saying it's poor people food. You know, if that's his belief system, so be it. That's what he wants to say. Okay. I give him his right to say that. Oh, here we go. He is going to push for a 54-yard attempt with 4 seconds to go. Can this give Purdue some momentum? Kick is up. It is right. It is way right. Dude, that was like headed for the corner of the end zone. No good. 28-3 as we get to halftime. There you go. Thank you for the comment. You are entered. Easy chance to win. At the end of halftime, we will draw that out. Pretty cool hats, to be honest. I don't like the fact that YouTube is using the handles so much. I like to see the channel names. There you go, Ringo. Thank you. Anybody else wants an opportunity for something free? Both hats are pretty cool. I'll show them after we draw. They are both, they're kind of nostalgic, right? To me, they look like they're a little bit more old school. The Auburn hat is white. The Nebraska hat is tan with a red bill. They both look really nice, though. There you go, Matt. Thank you, sir. Got about 10 minutes or so. Any other questions, not revolving around this football game or anything else you guys want to talk about while we're here? Isn't that okay, Rob? So is it because he was talking about their own product or just talking about the product in general? Because in my brain, Campbell's Soup is not a gourmet item. So in turn that it would, you could make the assumption that it was for people that didn't have as much money. I'm not going to say it the way he said it. And I guess they fired him because it was their own product. I mean, I don't know. I understand why they did. There you go. I can't see your YouTube. What does that mean? Can't see your YouTube. All right, we are at the half though. It'll be I wonder if halftime will be a little bit longer since it is senior day. Or do they do that before the game? This NBC college football group is a really good one, though. They're very animated. I have eaten a lot of Campbell's soup. And now I am convinced it is unhealthy food choice. He was fired for telling the truth. That's what I'm kind of getting at. I don't mean to look talk about what people can afford to eat, but I think there's enough sodium in a can of that soup. I mean, I think it's like 2 times your daily allowance of salt intake, right? I mean, maybe he was taking a stand again for a healthier product. I don't know. More than likely, he was just being an ass. Yeah, the handles do suck, and I know why they're doing it, but it still sucks to see. And most people, have you changed your handle, Rob, to just get it to be FL Thunder Digging with Rob? Or you could change it to be just FL Thunder. If you don't know how to do that, we can get on a StreamYard later and I'll show you. Do you think Lane Kiffin will be leaving Ole Miss? My answer is probably yes. If Lane Kiffin doesn't go to like LSU, who's going to be down there? There's so many good questions to ask. That plus he was disparaging Indian workers, saying that they were lazy and stupid. Oh my gosh. I don't know what 3D printed chicken is, but he was absolutely convinced it was poor people's bad food choice. I don't even know what to say about all of that. I mean, that is just crazy. You know what? I don't think he should have ever spoke that bluntly about what he believed to be true, I guess. North Texas just spanked Temple today. Yeah, Rob, why don't yeah, just for S's and G's, Rob, since you're doing the giveaway today, why don't you go ahead and put your channel URL in the chat so that if people want to check out what you have to offer, if you like free stuff and giveaways, Rob's channel is for you. I can fix it for you if you want to do it. Gotcha. Okay, I'm curious too. If anybody's interested in the channel that's doing the donation today for the giveaway, FL Thunder's link is now in the chat. Okay, let's do it. All right, Google, what is 3D printed chicken? Oh gosh. 3D printed chicken is a food product created by a 3D printer that uses either cultured, lab grown chicken cells or plant based proteins to replicate the texture and structure of traditional meat. The process involves layering these materials to form products like chicken nuggets or cullets, and companies are exploring 3D printing as a way to create a more accessible and customizable meat alternatives without the need for traditional animal slaughter. Some experimental methods use lasers to cook the printed food at the same time. How it's made. Using cultured cells, scientists grow animal cells in a lab, then use them to create a bionic. This bionic, then used in a 3D printer, can build the meat layer by layer. Using plant-based proteins, alternative 3D printing can be plant-based proteins to replicate the look, feel, and taste of chicken. Combining both, some methods like those being developed by KFC and 3D bioprinting solutions use a combinations of chicken cells and plant material. What's it for? It's alternative protein. It's a sustainable alternative to traditional meat production, which can be a resource intensive. Customization. It allows for the customizations of meat compositions such as fat and connective tissue proportions. New products. It enables the creation of products with desired shapes, textures, and even added functional ingredients like fiber or reduced fat and salt. I honestly wish I didn't know that. Yep, KFC's involved. There you go. I used to have a problem with whatever they put in KFC's food to make me feel full because I always got bloated when I ate it. Yeah, it's a real thing. Star Trek was right once again. Can't argue. Never going to KFC again. I'm not going to lie, Adam. I've still got KFC in my fridge. You will catch me at Zaxby's. I think I'm done with fast food, period. Literally, I think I'm done with fast food, period. I don't think I'm ever going to do it again. And I know you guys ain't going to be able to see very well. There is the Auburn hat, and there is the Nebraska hat. These guys are brand new. Going to roll that thing off here in just a few minutes. Anybody that's interested in a cool product from FL Thunder Digging with Rob, please type in the chat, Hoosiers. I know it may be painful for some of you who are not fans, but these are just great products. University of Auburn, University of Nebraska. Yes, I know Taco Bell uses fake meat. Do I care? Absolutely not. Listen, I'm going to straight up say right now, I advocate for the use of the Taco Bell app because I love to customize my order before I go pick it up. Food synthesizers. Listen, man, I don't know. But definitely if I'm going to pick going out, speaking of going out to eat, my wife had to go out to eat today. And I actually got a chance to try the Arby's steak nuggets today. On time. That was really good. So Arby's steak nuggets are okay. Didn't need any sauce. They were good. That's all I had to eat today was 5 Arby's steak nuggets. I don't have a Zaxby's close to me, Rob. I wish I had a Zaxby's close. I would go definitely try it out. Yeah, I love the Taco Bell app for sure. Were they 3D nuggets? You know what? They did look like they were in 3 dimensions, Ringo. Does Taco Bell have a non-fake chicken option? Listen, I don't know, but if their chicken is fake at Taco Bell, I guess I'll live with it because it tastes pretty good. And if I don't know something, then it's okay. Notable Black Friday games. Ole Miss, Iowa, North Texas, Boise State with the slim pickings win. Oh, and Texas A&M and Georgia leading, or Georgia winning and Texas A&M leading. Texas A&M leads 10-3 in the third quarter. Texas A&M clinches berth for SEC title game with the win. Stellar. All right, I don't know how this is going to play out because I'm set up a little differently than normal today since I'm on OBS. So I'm going to share the screen. Okay. All right, folks. Anybody that is interested, speak now or forever hold your peace. We have had 7 people enter Hoosiers in the chat. That's about what's hanging out today. So when you're done, send an email to flthunder@me.com with your address and your preferred name on that address, and Rob will mail out your gift. Congratulations to whoever wins. You must pick in the chat, or you must pick which hat you want, whether it be the Auburn one or the Nebraska. I kind of like the all-white Auburn hat. It looks pretty slick. But here we go. 3, 2, 1. Must be present to win. Jake! Where you at, Jake? There it is right there. Jake is in the chat. Jake is the winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Jake, please pick between the Auburn or the Nebraska hat and send your email with your address. Here. There's a close-up of the Nebraska hat. Oh, shoot. Close-up of the Nebraska hat. And the Auburn hat. Jake picks Auburn. There is the email address on the screen right there, Jake. flthunder@me.com. Send your preferred mailing name on that and send that to Rob, and he will mail that out next week. Rob's excellent. If you don't mind, stop by FL Thunder Digging with Rob channel. Throw him a subscribe and a thank you somewhere. I would appreciate you doing that if you haven't already. I posted his link in the chat earlier, just so you guys, in case anybody wants to stop by over there and show Rob some love. All right, here we go. Rob, thank you for your donation and the giveaway today. Much respect, my friend. Jake gets some free soup. You know what they need to come up with? Fake water. Right? Manufactured water. That's what I'm asking you. That's what I'm saying. That's the win right there, Adam. Manufactured water. You can put all the essential nutrients in it, vitamins, whatever you want to put in it. Make it the most healthy thing in the world. Have the profit loss numbers come out yet? For what? Yeah, Rob. Jake wanted the Auburn hat. Indiana's defense has been spectacular today. Mendoza has had less of an appearance today, but I don't know, man. But I'd like to see it. Kickoff to Indiana is going to bounce once, picks it up at the 3-yard line, gets out to the 10, 15, 18, 20, 25, rolls off a couple of tackles and goes down at the 26-yard line. Indiana will start the third quarter with a penalty on the return. So here you go. Purdue is going to have to sell out and try to stop the run. Will Mendoza pick up his statistics here in the second half? It did feel like it took forever. All right, here we go. Rolling in here. Start of the third quarter. It knocks Indiana all the way back to the 10-yard line. Mendoza's in the gun. Goes ahead and hands it off. And they are selling out for the run. Read the play to the left. Bunched up in there. And tackled Kalon Black. Mike Scherer, defensive coordinator for Purdue, makes a nice call there to get that stop. Purdue wants to get the ball back right now. They need to get a score. Second down and 10. Mendoza is in the gun. 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left, single setback. Surratt is in motion. Play, hands it off, and they read it again. There is no running right now on this Purdue defense. Purdue's getting a little fired up here. It's third down and 10. 2 quick stops in the run. They're looking to get a 3 and out and get the ball back. 18 on the play clock. Mendoza's still in the huddle. The fans have come alive here at Purdue Stadium. Starting to get a little bit louder because I can actually hear them. Mendoza's in the gun. 2 wide outs to the right with the tight end. Checks it down. There it is. It gets it out. It's going to run it for a first down and more. What a nice play call to the wide receiver screen. That is Omar Cooper Jr. Gets a gain of about 15, and it'll be a first down. Purdue really wanted that stop there. Mendoza gets it out of his hands really quick. Had all the blockers in the world over there. I felt like Indiana's needed to stretch the field a little bit today. They've just been leaning on their run. 1st and 10. Ball's at the 26. There is a handoff. Breaks it up the middle. Hemby's going to roll through for an 8-yard gain on 1st down. You know, the best thing to break a team's back is to start the 3rd quarter with a 7 or an 8-minute drive down the field. Just slow, methodical, and wear the defense out. That first drive in the 3rd quarter, if you can stay your offense on the field, gives you a great opportunity for later in the half, as that felt like what happened at the end of the half as they were wearing Purdue down. Back to pass. Here comes blitz. Mendoza steps up. He gets wrapped up by his face mask. He's going to be sacked. Did they throw a flag? No. Oh, there is a flag. I thought I seen yellow. See, in the NFL, you can't get a horse collar tackle in the pocket on a quarterback. But that's exactly what he did. I guess that's a penalty in college. $11:56 to go. That is an automatic 1st down there. Mendoza's back in the gun. Seven seconds on the play clock. Mendoza's going to use most of it. Hands it off. There goes Roman Hemby for 9 yards on 1st down. Close to another 1st down. It'll be 2nd down and short. Right, by the way, for you guys out there, if I was a coach, this play right here is where I would take my shot down the field. You're just on the in positive territory down at the 42. I would take a shot right here. I would go play action and let my best playmaker on the outside try to make a one-on-one play. In this instance, it looks like Becker at the top. There he goes, hands it off to Hemby. Hemby runs through for a 1st down. I feel like it's an ideal situation to go play action, even on this play. Indiana brings back in their wide receiver package. Indiana's got 231 yards rushing today. No need to throw the ball when you can just run it down the field. There it is. Hand off to Black. No. Yes. Going to cut back. Breaks a tackle. Breaks 2. Gets it out to the 32-yard line. All right. 9:56 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 5. Please do a play action pass to your wide receiver on the outside. Please, I want to see it. Show me you got it. Let's go. Hand off. There he goes. Bust through the hole. It's going to be a 1st down. Kalon Black. As Indiana is very content just to watch that clock drain and let these running backs dictate the pace. Kalon Black covers up really well. Gets the 1st down run. 1st and 10. Ball is down inside the 20. He's at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10. Handoff. There he goes again. Black goes up in the air. Almost did a somersault and gets caught and brought back down to the earth. That was crazy. Nice gainer up the middle. Jumps one guy, gets hit by another, and basically caught. That defensive back there, number 15, did a great thing by catching him there, prevented him from getting hurt. Yeah, I would agree. I would get this thing to 35, and I would start pulling some of my important pieces. Handoff. They've already pulled one of the running backs. The backup, third string running back is in there right now. And that is Martin, who's done a really nice job too. I love watching Fernando's little brother, Alberto. He's a pretty good little quarterback. I like watching him play as well. So far in the third quarter, Indiana has gone 90% run, daring them to stop it. Check down to Surratt. Surratt's got the edge. He's at the 10, the 5, cuts back. Touchdown! Elijah Surratt goes into the end zone. Mendoza gets a TD pass, and the Hoosiers are up 34-3. Nowakowski was in motion here. Let's see what happened on that blocking. Boom. He gets the block on the corner that frees up Surratt. The safety can't make a tackle. There you go. Nice block by your tight end to free him up. Kick is up. Radicic is good. 35-3. 8-minute drive to start the quarter. 7 minutes and 23 seconds to be exact. Half a quarter burnt. Kay says, no soup for you. I'll never eat Campbell's soup again. Guaranteed. Texas has come back with a field goal, down by 4. Definitely looking forward to the rest of the college football slate tomorrow. Man, noon is awful dang early for that Michigan-Ohio State game. Depends on how late I stay up tonight. Let's see what else is happening here. Arizona State in the second quarter tied at no score. Well, we could have that game. Let's see. Dayton and BYU. That sounds like a good basketball game. Texas is driving. It seems like that's the appropriate place to give Campbell's soup, Jake. I mean, hand it out in a food drive. If you're hungry, you're hungry. I just remember as a kid, I liked eating Campbell's soup. I got to say, for a pride game and a homecoming game, there is a lot of red in the stands at Purdue. Feels it at the 2, brings it out at the 25. And he will go down, I think, at the 27. If you guys feel the need to help a dude out, I will be, after I get off of here tonight, I will be probably playing video games. If anybody wants to help out, please do. Give me a subscribe over there. I appreciate it. I think that is the right address. What's up, Dabney? Good to see you, my friend. Go Hoosiers. Super proud of this college football team. Cannot believe that 2 years in, we're experiencing dominance and in some respect of the word to the landscape of college football. I can't wait to see the Big Ten championship next week, because that is my Super Bowl for these guys. Everything else is gravy. Brown rolls away, throws it, gets it off. What a nice throw. This young quarterback from Purdue is very, very athletic. He's not made a lot of he has done very good in the pocket. I'm super impressed. Texas takes a 13-10 lead. Let's go mess up the college football playoff a little bit more. Back to pass, looking down the field, goes play action, steps up, looking, fires it over the middle. I don't know where he was throwing it, but it was behind his receiver. The only complaint I got about this Purdue quarterback is that his accuracy is off a little bit, but man, his escapability and pocket presence is pretty awesome. Okay, does Miami beat Pittsburgh on the road? And I'm talking college. That's tomorrow at noon too. Handoff, runs forward, gets about a yard on 2nd and 10. Purdue uses the running game to try to mix it up, but they can't really afford to go away from the throw today or now at this point. All right, with 5:32 left to go here in the third quarter, it is going to be 3rd down and 9. They are 3 of 8 on 3rd down today at 7+ more yards. Indiana's got 4 in the box. Make it 5. Make it 6. And Purdue is going to take a timeout as they did not like the alignment. The pressure is there, Dabney. He's just his escapability, and he keeps his head up so well, and he feels pressure. I think it's on him. I think he's that aware, which makes me think he's going to be a good quarterback in the coming next couple of years. I think he's only a sophomore. I think if Mendoza shows up next Saturday in the conference championship game, yep, 13-10, okay? If Mendoza shows up next week in the conference championship game and plays a very good role in that, I think that might lock him down for between him and Sayin. I don't think Love could get it. The running back from Notre Dame. What are you doing, kitty? There's only 7:12 left to go in that third quarter there, so Texas taking that lead is huge in the grand scheme of things. I love so much to play for yet, and we're in the last week of the regular season. That Texas defense has been really good this year. And you're right. Let's see if they can hold them down. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 9 for Purdue. Back to throw. Rolls out. That quarterback is just escapable. Gets ready. Fires it downfield. Is that a catch? What a freaking play. That's going to be a roughing the passer. Oh. They're going to bring that one back. That was amazing. I am staying really busy. I don't have the free time that I'd like, but like Alex is going to have some more free time coming up, so that's going to improve what we do here. So for you guys, that's a plus. Just as soon as we get it. Oh, there it is right there. 78 with the hold. Takes away that beautiful play. Yeah. She's kind of accepted that they just can't win the 1-score games this year. They've been competitive, though. Back to pass. He evades another one. Steps up, takes off. Fumbles on the balls on the ground, and Indiana has it. First turnover since the first play of the game. And Indiana recovers it. They finally got a little heat on this quarterback. 4:39 to go here in the third quarter. Looking to tack on some more points here. And what a just and it is that Daly again. He smacks the ball right out, goes to grab and tackle, and he tackles like a champ. Purdue fans are just bowing their heads right now. IU's football going forward. What are you doing, kitty? Alex shows up. Yeah, we'll see when she shows up again because I haven't seen her. She hasn't been in much lately. Let's see. That's what I said earlier. I cannot believe on Purdue's homecoming how many red hoodies I can see in the stands, and couple that with how many empty seats there were there today. Really shocked because as proud as Purdue is, I really expected them to show out for homecoming, right? That's when everybody shows up, for the seniors. Everybody shows up. That's the biggest game of the year. And also, it's a rivalry game. It's probably Purdue's biggest rival. Indiana and Purdue rivalry go back to the beginning of time. I'm telling you, bro, that's the takeaway from tonight. Stay away from, let's just say, cheap soup. We're going to stay away from Campbell's soup. But I cannot believe how much we took over Purdue Stadium. It's like watching the Steelers on a road game. But see, look right there. We're back. They're showing the replay. Look at the stands. They're very, very empty. Let's see if Mendoza is back on the field. Hoosier fans are waving the 12-0 signs. Indiana known for corn, basketball, and football. All right, there's the handoff, and that is going to be stopped for no gain. Indiana is definitely going to burn the clock here. 2nd down and 11 as they continue to run it hard. Martin is the back with Mendoza. Nowakowski's the tight end. 3 wide outs, 2 left, 1 right. 2nd down and 11. Back to pass. Here comes pressure. Picked up. Shoots it down the right sideline to Cooper. Cooper's got it on the back shoulder. Still on his feet. Inside the 25. Down. He's going to keep it going. Omar Cooper dodges 3 guys and runs it in for a tutty. Mendoza floats it up in the air. Cooper finds the ball. Scores from 43 yards out. There you go for that 200 that you wanted in passing yards. We got to be close to that 140 right now. Breaks 1 tackle. Breaks 2 tackles. Breaks 3. Misses that guy. Breaks 3 tackles and avoids 2 others. And Mendoza just had him on a go. Floated it up. The cornerback never turned back to the ball. He left it short and on the outside shoulder. And Cooper has it. Field goal is up and good. 42-3. Let's go. I don't mind Purdue football at all, but I hate Purdue basketball as much as I hate Ohio State football. Agreed. It looks like it, Jake, but we got 1 more week to go. Gotta say, and Kay, just as much as we say that, and I said it earlier, as much as I don't like Purdue basketball, I like the way Matt Painter coaches. I love his style. I love how he recruits. I love the players he brings in. I just hate playing them and want to beat them more than anything. Realistically, tomorrow, though, do you think Michigan can or will beat Ohio State? I think Oregon at Washington's going to be a good game because it's a rivalry game. I mean, I'm kind of excited for college basketball or college football tomorrow. I gotta say that as much as I would like to beat Ohio State and to know that we can beat Ohio State, I want Michigan to win that game. Rivalry weekend is the best. I like the football too because I can still have conversation. Kickoff is up and it's away. Drives him back to the 1 yard line. He'll field it and come out. Great kick, good placement. Cuts it back inside. Goes down at the 20-yard line. Great open field tackle by number 33 on special teams. Just to give everybody a heads up, Alex did say hello. She's having trouble with her phone at work tonight. So there's a handoff, runs it forward. It's going to get about 3 yards on first down. Stopped by Aiden Fisher, who does not let anybody go free. .322 left to go here in the third quarter. We are 1 quarter away from our first perfect season at Indiana football. Enjoy it, watch it, and hopefully it's something that will happen more often. There is a throw, threads it in there, first down. Nice throw by the quarterback. Quarterback's arm is not super strong and or accurate yet, but I feel like he is going to be an incredible quarterback with pocket presence when he gets a little bit more developed. Is Darren DeVries chopped soup? I think Darren DeVries is a hard ass. I think he knows what he wants in players. I just think year one is a development year. First down run gets him 2 yards. Like I said earlier, I feel like this team is this Hoosiers team on basketball is a mid-major all-star team. And I think that other than Tucker, and I think that they're going to be okay. They're going to finish between 6 and 8 in the Big Ten, but I think they're going to entertain us. And I can't wait to watch the progression of Tate and Connerway. I love Connor Enright. I like watching the guard play this year, and that makes me happy. That is a blown up in the backfield. Second down and 8 turns into a third down and 11. I really don't know what to say about Darren DeVries' coaching yet because I don't know. He gets lost in the game though, Jake, and that's what bothers me. When he's focused, he's on, but sometimes he just gets lost out there. Same thing with Reed Bailey. It bothers me. back to pass, looking down the field, rolls out, does a great job of getting free, fires it downfield, incomplete. What a nice throw, but dropped. And that's what I mean. That's where I'm not sold yet, is that these guys, they focus in for a hot minute and then they kind of lose it for a little while. I'm hoping that Nick Dorn develops a little bit more. He's just now coming back, and there's 3 right now that I'm super solid but happy with. I like Wilkerson's ability to shoot the ball. I'm excited about Sam Alexis. I'm not going to lie. Very excited about Sam Alexis, and I'm very excited about Sisley. Those 5 are who I think is going to end up starting. I think Reed Bailey might end up being kind of that reserve that can score a lot. But when he gets going, he can put up points, but he just doesn't seem like – I don't think Reed Bailey is going to survive well in the post in the Big Ten. Hey, who's that? And it's Alberto Mendoza. Baby bro is on the field. 46 seconds to go in the third quarter. Let's see how the junior. Yes, sir. I do kind of agree with that. That's what I'm saying, is that Indiana, even though didn't have the reputation to pull the out of the portal, like they didn't have what they needed to pull like some of these other guys that were in the portal out. It was an all-new system. All the players had left. You know, he took the best of what he could get, and he's working with it. And that's why, and it's still why I say this year's a work in progress. I'm not disappointed at all. I feel like we're looking at a 6th or a 7th place team in the Big Ten. And you say Michigan, Illinois, those are 2 really, really good teams. Handoff, goes forward. Oh, he breaks. Oh, wait, where's the ball? There goes Alberto. He's at the 50, 40, 30, out of bounds at the 20. Wow, I think he might have. I don't know where he went out of bounds at, but little Alberto Mendoza just took it down the field. Let's see this play because he faked me out. Keeps it on the RPO. Fernando's just ear to ear grinning. Alberto with it. Get it, get it, get it. 1st and 10. Handoff. There goes. It's run. He's in. Touchdown, Indiana with the run play. Martin runs it in. These Purdue fans are just over it. I can't believe they didn't show out today. They're for their team. They might as well just all go home. There you go, Dabney. Kobe Martin runs it in. Him and Alberto just combined for a huge quick drive there. Look at Alberto go. Boy's got speed. He's got quick feet. Running for his life. It's awesome. Soak it up. Enjoy it, folks. We are witnessing at first. Texas goes up I see the score at being 19-10 right now. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about right there. Mess up that SEC a little bit more. I know, man. That's what I said earlier. This is probably the deepest into any year that any year ever that both Indiana basketball and football are undefeated at the same time. It's good to see you. Thank you for pointing that out. I gotta smack on that a second. There you go. Undefeated. What a feat. Look, we're enjoying today's game. That's why I'm here as an Indiana fan. We're enjoying it because we're seeing something that we've never seen before and we're sharing it with friends. Look, I'm no Don Fisher calling the game, but by God, I give you my best. 20-10 with 14:57 to go in the fourth quarter. Yeah, one stop can be the end of that game. Honestly, Dabney, one stop. Yeah, Dabney, people don't think about things like that. But one extra day of prep for the Big Ten title game could be huge, right? An extra day of healing. Now you got your quarterback. He's already out of the game. You've already set both of your starting running backs, so you've got healthy players leaving today. They all get to sit back and watch Michigan and Ohio State play tomorrow, right? They get to watch that game. Who's not going to be watching that game tomorrow? In fact, I'm going to see if I can be here because I want to share that game with you guys. I mean, I know nobody will probably be here at noon, but just sharing that whole adventure to see what it looks like for next week. I mean, I'm down for that for sure. Fernando and Alberto doing the duty right there. See, this year I thought they were going to be good. Last year I wasn't sure. Duke doesn't play until 3:30. As long as I get up. There's the run back, and the coverage is excellent. Tackled at the 27, and we got a fight going on right now. Not sure who that guy is, but it looks like he's having an emotional day on the field. 49-3 right now. Let's go. We still want that 60. Well, that's right. We still want that 60 burger. Defense pick it up a little bit here. Back to pass. I just can't help but I like that quarterback. I'm telling you, this kid Brown is going to be something, dude. I'm sure of it. If he can develop his throwing a little bit better, he's going to be something because I love his pocket awareness. He's done so much better than every other quarterback they've faced this year at that point. I know that they're not scoring, but a lot of drops and stuff like that. But still, he's done a really good job of not getting beat to death. Handoff, first down, Purdue, and then a few. Oh, they're showing Devin Mockabee. Oh, I got you. That's his name, right? Braun. If I had his name wrong the whole game, I'm going to feel bad. I can't touch my box score. Yeah, it's Brown. Ryan Brown. Malachi Singleton. It's you sure? Looks like the same number. I mean, it still says everything I got says that it's Ryan Brown. And it's the same number. Back to pass, 3rd and 13. Fires it over the middle. What a nice completion. Fires it again. Outside, misses this guy. Dude, that's Ryan Brown, dude. It's the same dude that was playing earlier. Unless they got the same damn number and they look like twins. Back to pass, looking down the field, has time, hits his check down, blown up in the backfield. It's going to be a 3-yard loss. Okay. I was going to say, because whatever they're teaching for pocket presence, they're doing a really good job at Purdue, because if that's somebody else, he's doing it, playing it the same way. For a team that's completely outmatched with talent, this little quarterback's done a good job. Back to pass, fires it over the middle. Oh, shoots a laser over the middle and goes off his fingertips. I'd like to see him have a little bit better touch right there. And he's coming off the field mad. He missed that throw. That stadium is flipping empty. I can't say enough about how impressed I am with that kid. Fair catch called for and taken at the 15-yard line. We're going to get to watch for Alberto throw it again. Next question of the day. What do you guys think? Will Fernando Mendoza go into the draft this year? Will he declare? And I think that depends. That might be a trick question. That may depend on how they do in the college football playoff or the Big Ten championship. But what are your thoughts? Does he enter the draft in a weak quarterback class? And I'm calling it weak. Because at the beginning of the year, who was it supposed to be? It was supposed to be the guy in Miami, the Georgia transfer, Beck. It was supposed to be Arch. It was supposed to be the kid from Alabama. Nussmeier from LSU, and Drew Alar. Now all of a sudden, none of these guys looked the part. Let's go. I'm super excited for this win. So you think if Indiana doesn't win another game after today, that Fernando goes straight to the draft? Also, long term, what is that? What does having a quarterback drafted and having a Heisman come out of your program mean for future recruiting? How big of an advantage is that to have a Heisman quarterback come out of your program? Penn State season went to hell. Yeah, Drew Alar got hurt, but honestly, I don't know. I think that kid that ended up playing backup did really well. I thought Drew Alar was going to be the guy this year in college football. That was the game I pegged IU to lose regardless. And then they fired Franklin, who got a nice gig at Virginia Tech. And then their backup quarterback took over after Drew Alar got hurt, and he did pretty well, or he's to that point now. That Penn State team, don't let their record fool you. That team is loaded with talent. $329 yards rushing tonight. There's the out pass, first down. And that is Brady. He's normally one of the kick returners. Alberto with the completion. Handoff. There goes Martin. He breaks a tackle. Second effort. Gets about 6 yards on first down. What a great run. Kobe Martin, third string running back now. He was fourth string to begin the season, as Lee Beebe was the number one and Kalon Black was the 3. Huh? Indiana's got the ball. Handoff. No, he checks it down. Uh-oh. There he goes. Receiver number 4. I don't know his name. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Indiana. This is Chandler. Don't know who he is. Scores it. Mendoza with the TD pass. And Indiana can't drive. 55. Just whipping it in. Hot to try. Alberto with the TD pass. Extra point is good. 56 with 9:29 left to go in the fourth quarter. Mendoza to Chandler. Tutty, tutty, tutty. Blaming it on your dog for stepping on your remote. Yeah, it's your dog's fault. Oh. It's been a good time. It's been a great year to be a Hoosier fan. Next week, the new Big Ten championship will be on the line. We get to play for that. We're also playing for a potential number 1 seed in the college football playoff. It's mind-numbing that we've never had this for this football program. And I'm absolutely excited to see it. And I'll be here for as much of it as humanly possible. But it's exciting. Also, happy Black Friday to everybody. I know we talked about it earlier, but did everybody have a good day yesterday for Thanksgiving? Anybody go out and get any steals today? And Texas A&M has got the ball. It's down to less than 10 minutes to go. Dabney says, now we must get the 60. I think I'm going to go back and do some research on the portal and see about the Mendoza deal, see who all was after him, and kind of play that out a little bit to see how, because it'd be really interesting to see. Happy belated Thanksgiving. No deals. They were all sold out. Yeah. Not many really good ones this year. All I saw was a 75-inch TV. I mean, I got a 55 down here. I saw a 75-inch TV for $288 at Walmart today. And I think I would like to have one that big. I got to rearrange my studio, though. I got to make it better. Short kick, fair catch, call it at 21. Yeah, they're now showing the Texas game as it's becoming more and more important. I shall be right back. Dang. It's getting deep at work. What was that? Blindside block? I'm not sure. Let's see the play here. I missed it. Oh, blindside block. There it is. That was probably one of their best offensive plays of the day. Texas A&M comes back and scores a tutty. They're checking it for targeting. And they're calling it targeting, and they're DQing 71 for it. What's up, Check? I mean, everybody pretty much figured that it was going to go this way. We're just here as Hoosier fans enjoying it. There he rolls out. Brown's got it. He escaped again. This time he's going to step up, take 2-yard gain, and run out of bounds. They have not really hit this kid very hard today. He's done a really good job. We have got 8:03 left to go. Purdue's got second down and 23 at this point. Brown's in the gun, goes in there, hands it off. That's a gap. He's going to get most of it back. Barry Odom at UNLV, 10-3. UNLV was 7-23 previous 3 seasons. So he's done well. I've never known UNLV for their football prowess, but he's definitely brought a new energy to Purdue. They play hard. They're still playing hard. Their defense is a little wore out. Back to pass. Pressure comes. Steps up. Fires. And it's broken up as there's a nice midair collision between about 2 guys there. 4th and 16. Purdue will have to punt it. That was intended for Watson, Brown to Watson, and it just good defense on the back end to break that play up. Fires the punt away, hits a low line drive. There's a flag on the field. This one's going to carry it all the way down to the 14, probably be half the distance from there, probably an offensive hold or a legal block. As we get towards the end of this game, it's getting a little sloppy. I don't know what they called that. I think they called it, but why would they decline the penalty? I'm not sure. I think that was on the receiving team. But why would they decline it? All right, we're cruising in on the finishing this thing up. We got less than 7 minutes to go here. Michigan, Ohio State tomorrow, Oregon, Washington tomorrow. Those are going to be worth watching. Big Ten's coming down last day. There's still a possibility of other people making the Big Ten championship game. Yeah, Jake, it's good to see you. Time for some arc raiders. I think I'm going. If I gotta work. Might have something to do for work here in just a few minutes, so I might not get to play tonight, which might change my whole outlook for tomorrow. Dabney wants a 60 spot. I am very, very close. I live in northern Kentucky now, but I am from Indiana. I spent most of my life over there. Less than an hour from Bloomington. Rivalry weekend in college football. Top searches tonight. Yeah, the snow is really close. I'm just north of 64, so I'm supposed to get a little bit of it. Kobe Martin with the run gets about 6 or 7 there. That's going to run this clock a little bit. Yeah, Texas D needs to come through handoff. Oh, he's wrapped up in the backfield, breaks the tackle, but gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up third. Iowa's getting hammered 8 inches with another 7 expected. Ouch. I never get that much here. Texas is up by 10, though, with 6:50 to go. 27-17. Handoff. Goes forward. No, it's the Mendoza keep. Gets to the edge. He's going to be drug out of bounds. It's going to bring up 4th down. Indiana will have to punt. They're not going to get to 60. They're punting right here. They get the ball back, they'll be able to take a knee and set it out. It will be final score of 56-3. Low line drive, bouncer goes to pick it up, doesn't touch it. Down at the 27-yard line, 4:24 left to go in the game. Yeah, they've done a good job. There's an open pass over the middle. This kid Brown just doesn't quit, I'm telling you. I think Purdue will be better next year. I really do. .352 to go. Brown's in the gun. Like I said, for a team that hasn't scored, I'm super impressed. Rolls out, checks it down. Such a good decision. I bet he is. Second down and 4. Ball's at the 46. Play action. Brown hits his check down. He's got a blockers, but he's good tackling right there to get it through the blocker and get it down. Gain of 1, brings up third down. Less than 3 minutes to go. After this play, it will take us to the 2-minute warning. I don't need him. I mean, I'm telling you, with the right, I think that kid playing quarterback for Purdue has got excellent. He's just got excellent pocket skills. His throwing's been off. He's not, he's not been perfect by any stretch, but his pocket awareness is great. Dropped. 4th down and 3. The Mendoza to Cooper TD in Penn State with Elijah Surratt out. And by the way, most of the wide receivers have been sitting. You bet McConaughey got Joe Rogan to go. 4th and 3. Here's the ball game for Purdue. They get it out. It is caught for a first down. Chains will move. Less than 5 minutes to go in Austin right now. 27-17. Texas leads Texas A&M. Will be the biggest upset of the day. Going on the road to win any game in the SEC is tough, especially I find it hard to believe to say that it's an SEC game. Still feels like a Big 12 game. Yeah, it looks like they're 1st and 10 at the 10 right now. And Texas just must have done something. The A&M fans look beat. As I think Texas got a turnover. That should be it. Reed throws a pick. Looky there. Just threw it right into a tight window. Couldn't get it there. Texas will hold on here, it looks like. Texas has 4 minutes to kill. Yeah, this conference realignment stuff makes it no fun. I like having a lot more conferences. There it is. There is, like I said, that field is dominated by red. One end of the stadium has nobody in it. All I see is Hoosier fans. Fires it downfield, completed, goes out of bounds at the 35-yard line. That will stop the clock with 1:53 to go. Second down and 4 after a 6-yard gain. I don't know if I know anything or not. I just feel like this kid for Purdue is going to be good next year, or at least better. Back to pass. Looking, he's got time, rolls out. So calm in the pocket. Slides down, doesn't take any unnecessary hits. Am I crazy, or does anybody see the same thing out of this kid? I wonder if here in 2 years he's going to be an NFL guy. 3rd and 3. Back. There's a snap, back to pass. Looking down the field, has time, shoots it, tipped up. Gets his hand on the ball and brings up 4th and 3. 1:07 to go. This will be the last play unless they convert. All right, here we go. 4th and 3. Let's see if they can get a stop. Here comes pressure. Rolls out, escapes, fires. Picked. It's either picked off or incomplete, whichever the case may be. One snap and the game will be over. Most importantly, the pass play was broken up. And enjoy it, Hoosier fans. We've had a great day today. Purdue was valiant in their effort. Just coming up short. Lack of personnel. The old Oaken bucket stays with Indiana for another year. Kurt Signetti gets the team a undefeated regular season. There is a snap. They're going to hand it off. And that is going to get the clock. Ohio State wins at Michigan tomorrow. They are in. Michigan wins. And Ohio State and an Oregon loss, they're in. And if Oregon wins, an Ohio State loss. So we got 3 possibilities for our opponent tomorrow. .23 seconds left to go. This will be the last play unless they throw it. Handoff. First, he's running. Kobe Martin gets the first down. Well, really close. That's going to let the clock run out. Aiden Fisher has the old Oaken bucket in his hand. .12 wins, most in program history. Clinch a spot, Big Ten championship game. Aiden Fisher has the bucket. Heading over to the sidelines. And that's the way this one wraps up today. Man, you guys are awesome for hanging out with me today. I very much appreciate it. Got to share this moment with you guys. I won't forget it. Indiana gets to play next week for a Big Ten championship. We will be there, or we will be here for that. Yeah, he wasn't going to take a knee. He ran a couple of plays there. Uh-oh. They look like they're plotting something with that bucket. But anyway, it's been a fantastic ride this year. We'll watch Michigan and Ohio State tomorrow, maybe Oregon, Washington, depending upon how that first game turns out. And we will see who we play. Next week, Big Ten championship. That should be like a Super Bowl for us. Thank you, Roman. Ringo. Let's go, Hoosiers. Congratulations. They're all having fun with it. Surratt and Fisher have the Oaken bucket in front of the cameras, just having a blast. But you guys are awesome, Ringo. I appreciate you. Everybody that hung out today, much love to you guys. I will see you guys soon. Keep an eye out. I will post, and we'll do it again next time. Go Hoosiers.